What is going on YouTube? This is Bash Break and Fix RC here, and today we're going to be doing a little video on this My Outcast 8S EXB. But make no mistake, this is not a normal Outcast. So we got the Max 5 G2 system in there paired with the 800 kV. Has a nice set of NHX fans on there, keeps it nice and cool. We got some mod 1.5 gears on there, M2C motor mount with the M2C bell crank. So, not a ton of upgrades in terms of, chassis or anything, but the power's there. But anyways, ever since I put this new power system in there, these front tires just balloon too much. Doesn't look like any of the power is getting transferred to the rear. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get this center diff out, put some thicker fluid in there, and take it for a little test run and see what happens. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is at least this is what I like to do. I like to take all these bars out of the way, just get some out of the way, get some freed up, makes it easier to get in there. So in taking these pins off, this one right here was giving me some trouble. So I had to take the motor out so I could get in there to get it. I was probably gonna take the motor out anyways. It just makes it easier to get in here and work on stuff. But if you have to take that motor off, just unscrew these little things at the bottom, or for these little battery trays and whatnot, and then this little panel should fall off, and then voila. Just make sure not to lose this part, and then the little nut that goes through the top of there, if that would focus right there. Make sure you don't lose that. So now what we're going to do is start the process of taking off this center module. Okay, so you're gonna want to take out your motor mount screws in here, and then you're gonna have two big ones here you got to take out, and then right here, and then that whole center module should pop right out. And then this whole module should come free. Now with the case free, just go in there and unscrew all of these, and then the case should split right apart. Now with that case split, you can just simply pull your center diff out, and then you just want to take out the 4 bolts holding that cover on, and then this should pull right off. Now that we got the case open, now we can work on getting this old fluid out of there. This stuff looks really haven't even driven the truck this much. This fluid looks kind of weird, but I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and then we'll get back to you. Okay, and then once you get all the spider gears out, you should be left with a empty little case here. There's the gears sitting there. Sorry, our shadow's kind of in the way. But so to fill this back up, I'm either going to go with this 1 million weight, or I'm kind of leaning towards just plugging it up, because this stock stuff, I don't even know what this is. This is like some gelatinous material, I don't know, but it seems pretty thick, and it was still too much play for me. So I think we're gonna give these plugs a try. So okay, so what I ended up doing is I put a little bit of this 1 million weight in there, not too much, and then I just stuffed plugs into the rest of it. What I found that helped is, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Really, you gotta stuff them in there. But also, if you put the diff back together and then twist it a little bit, it'll get, these edges, it'll displace a lot of it, and then you can open it back up, pack a little bit more in. You just want to be careful not to overfill it, or else you'll have trouble getting it back on. But I have this pretty much full, maybe slightly overfilled. It felt pretty good when I was twisting it, but I took it back apart to see what it looked like. But as you can see though, it's plugged up. There's not a ton of play in there. There's still some play, but it'll finally turn the Outcast into a actual stunt truck, not whatever it was doing before, because that was pathetic. Alright, now we got it all back together. I believe there was Loctite on here from the factory. It looks like it's screwed into a metal casing. So I'll throw some blue Loctite on there, tighten it back up, and then get her thrown back in the rig. Now we want to get this back in the case. You want to put it in like this, because you see it's not exactly the same. So you want to drop down like this, just like that, and it should seat in. Now with that sitting nicely in there, it should just, it should spin pretty freely. It should feel really nice. And you just want to, oh crap, you just want to get that cover back on there, install your screws, and then should be about good. Don't forget this though, do not mess this up, you'll need that. Alright, now that everything is back together, time to put it back in the truck. But I put a little bit of this marine grease just around that little seal in there, just so it can get on there a little bit. Just put a little bit in the gearbox, not a ton. It's just something I do, it's just a preference of mine, but just want to put it back in there. And it's kind of annoying, you got to get that drive shaft and these slots both at the same time. Alright, as you can see, we got it back in there now. So just start putting everything back together, start screwing it all down, and she'll be ready to rip. It's kind of about the storm out here. We're gonna get a little test run in real quick, and yeah, we'll see what she's got. I am operating with one hand, so bear with me here. I'm gonna try my best to get some good footage for you guys, but it might be a little shaky, but let's get to it. Man, that thing's beautiful. All right. Oh yeah, she's lively. Alright, well, there you have it. That's how to turn your My Outcast 8S into a proper wheeling monster. Yeah, that was just a blast. That was a lot of fun. This truck is definitely a beast. It was worth every penny. Definitely glad I got it working right. I love the way it drives. I mean, that thing just pops up. I wasn't even really going full pinned. I mean, that was maybe 70% throttle. I couldn't even give it full beans. So definitely how I like my cars. But if you stayed till this long in the video, I just want to thank you guys for watching. This is my first long form video, so bear with me. I'm working on getting better equipment to film with, and I plan on trying to make better videos. So I just want to thank you all for watching, and stick around for more content.